Do I do my own drum roll? Woo! All right, guys. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about our 2019 Mayesh Design Star. We decided to do things a little bit differently this year. We always try to do it a little bit differently. We have different plans for our workshop tour. We're always just trying to kind of elevate everything that we're doing and just put a little spin on it, right? It doesn't have to be anything big. And this year we decided, instead of doing the full contest, that we were just going to kind of keep an eye on what is going on, like a really good eye. You know, I'm always really involved with kind of the social end of marketing, and I try to be involved and pay attention to what's happening in the forums and the Facebook pages. Hopefully you see me there kind of answering. Once in a while I gotta, step up for Mayesh, which is great. That's part of my job. And but I love watching Instagram and people that are doing the lives and the lives on Facebook. And my team just really had a great time, kind of, if you will, stalking people this year. So we really kept an eye on what's going on. And we decided that we would, instead of doing a contest, invite someone to be our Mayesh Design Star. And so that is what we did. And with this person, literally every time so that's your first question, because I haven't said whether it's a he or a she. So every time he would hop on Instagram Live, we would be so excited. We'd be texting each other like, hey, so-and-so is on Instagram Live. Are you going to jump on? Are you going to watch? Are you going to watch? And so we'd be on, and then we'd be talking about it, and then we'd talk about it the next day. And we knew, like, we just love this person. We love him. We just wanted to give him a platform and put him in front of all of you guys, just like we've done in the past. So I just think he's just so incredibly charismatic, obviously really, really talented. And we're just so excited for our 2019 Mayesh Design Star. So with that, let me bring on our guest. Hey, Shean Strong.
Hello, how are you?
2019 Mayesh Design Star, guys. How are you, Shean?
I'm very excited. I'm very, very excited.
Well,
yes, I'm doing.
I just wanted to clap. I wish I could bring everyone else on to clap. I'm so excited about this, Shean. You have no idea. No idea.
Awesome.
Well, I know you do have a little bit of idea because we've talked already and talked with the team. But yeah, we felt like we were a little bit of a stalker with you. And I know, like, towards the end, you especially noticed because you made some references like, we'll be talking. And yes, we did.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
So I wanted to bring you on today because I just thought this was a fun way to introduce you to our community. And I just thought it would be a fun way to get to know you a little bit and ask you a few questions. So are you good with that?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm excited.
Good. So to get started, how about we do something easy? Just tell us a little bit about yourself and your background and how you found yourself as a floral designer.
Yeah. I think, like a lot of studio florists, we just kind of fall into this industry. Like, it wasn't really intentional. And and a good friend of mine was like, I want you to take full control of my wedding. I trust you. And I was like, all right, cool. So after ordering, like, $700 of white hydrangea, that was the only flower I knew at the time. I was designing, and I was just putting flowers in vases. And I, was a little bit anxious the whole entire time. I didn't want my flowers to die. I didn't know what I was doing. I had no idea. But I had a lot of fun and ended up booking 2 weddings at that wedding. And I told the brides, I was like, I don't know what I'm doing, but I would love to be able to do your wedding for you. So from that, I just kind of fell in love. I was in school during the time when I was studying, like, biochemistry, and that just wasn't like, I found a new love, I guess. So I started doing flowers, and I was interning with some pretty awesome designers here in Atlanta, and just taking workshops and doing everything that I could do to kind of, dive into this.
I love it. You're kind of cutting out a little bit. Hopefully we don't
Uh-oh.
have too many issues. I know we've been having some technical difficulties throughout the show, so I apologize. There's not a whole lot we can do about it. Don't know what's going on. But I love your story, Sean, because I do feel like, other than the biochemistry part of it, a lot of people can relate to that.
I went to the floral direction, so you know.
No, a lot of people can relate to your story, and starting on one path and then ending up here in the floral industry. So I love that. So tell me a little bit about, what is it about teaching and education that you love so much and passionate about? It really comes through when we're watching you on your lives, and just what you're doing in the industry already on your own. And so if you want to talk a little bit about that, that would be awesome.
Yeah, for sure. I think what I love the most is I had a lot of people pour themselves into me, and they really invested in me, and they saw that there was a bit of potential, or whatever you want to call it. And so I think that I love teaching because those students want to be there. They want to be learning. They want to engage with you. And so if I can I had a lot of, excuse me, like I didn't have a lot of floral experience. So the designers that I was working with, they took the time and they kind of showed me their process, and they showed me how to take care of flowers, and all these just little components just kind of added up to where I am right now. And so I now have like this treasure trove of information from just so many incredible, people that, like I said, have poured themselves into me. And I want to be able to give that back. That's why we teach workshops, here in Atlanta. We have a couple of those every year, and it's just a way to give back to the community. It's a way for you to become involved with something that you might not technically feel like you want to do. Like for instance, I fell into flowers, and I had one girl show up to one of my workshops, and she's like, I want to do this full time. I want to do this. And so it's just re-inspiring people and getting their creative juices flowing and allowing them to experience something with them is, I don't know, that's my adrenaline rush. That's what I enjoy. So
I love it. I have someone asking who you are on Instagram, so I'm going to share that real quick and post it in the comments. I can do that too live. Make sure you guys can check him out. So here he is, Shean Strong on Instagram, and yeah, definitely check him out and follow him, because how often do you do live, Sean?
Pretty much every time I make a bouquet or a centerpiece. So we have a lot of weddings coming up for the fall season. So we'll be doing, I think the next one is going to be in about a week. But we try to do them every time. I try to do them every time. Every time I have flowers with me, I try to be able to, talk to my audience and talk to my friends and engage with you guys. So.
Yeah, we love it. And what are you most excited about for next year as Mayesh Design Star?
Well, first off, working with you guys is going to be awesome. I've been working with y'all for a little bit now, and y'all always have wonderful products, so I'm super pumped about that. About is this whole workshop experience to the next level. I really want to have the attendees come away from the workshop with more than just a beautiful bouquet or a beautiful flower to take home. I want you guys to be able to understand pricing. I want you to understand color theory. I want you to be able to break the rules and kind of, play with those kind of ideas of what is pretty and create your own beauty. I want you guys to I don't know, to just better your careers and better your business. We have a couple, I don't know if I can say this part, but we have a couple things coming up with, certain types of courses that we're going to be teaching, and one's could be a little bit more in depth. And so, yeah, I think I'm pumped to be able to share some fun tidbits with you guys.
No, and that's great. I mean, we're just always looking for people that are going to mesh well with, education and being involved with our community is like a huge pillar for our company. And so we're just always excited to bring on people like you, Sean, because you feel you can tell that you feel the same way, and share those values within your own company and for the industry. And for you personally, share like doing a live with your bouquet isn't necessarily going to always get you just a new bride. So you have that intrinsic desire to share, and you're just so passionate about it. So we see that in you, and we're so excited about that.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
I think it's enjoyable. I mean, we get people commenting and messaging and asking for certain things. I mean, I have a girl I'm working with now who's literally calling me every other day. What do I do for this situation? And I love that. I love being able to be that resource for people. Yeah. So I think being able to be on a platform with you guys is going to be beneficial for so many floral designers on all different levels. So.
Awesome. Yeah. And I don't know if you're able to see all the comments that are coming through, but everyone's so excited, Sean, and saying congratulations. So many congratulations. There was someone else saying that they stalk you. I want to try and find it real quick if I can find it. Yeah. They're like, oh, we stalk him too.
I see my mom in there. She's commenting so much.
Yeah. Gay says, hey, from Tulips and Twigs. And yeah, your mom
what
is
I'm
there.
also excited about is just so many different Instagram friends and Facebook friends and different floral designers that are all over the place, and asking, come here and do a workshop, do this, and this. And it's just, there's a lot of energy and effort and work that goes into these things. So being able to work with you guys and to go to these cities that are closer to people and create that, a stronger bond with these friends, I say, Instagram friends of mine. I think it's gonna be really fun. I think it's gonna be an awesome time.
Yeah. Allie is the other person that says that she's been stalking you as well. So
Allie's so sweet.
Yeah. And Gay's like, oh, he's really smart too. Biochemistry.
Look.
I love it.
Awesome.
It's fun, right?
Well, good.
Okay, so I feel like we talked a little bit about it, but and you can talk, I think, in a little bit more detail than what you did, but without giving away too much, you want to talk about what you hope for future workshop attendees to gain and take away from your class. You touched on it a little bit, and I think we can talk about maybe the two different kind of classes if you want. If you want to talk a little bit about
Absolutely.
that.
So, and kind of talking with you guys, we have the idea of working with an all skills, like an all levels kind of course, which I'm really excited about, because I feel like this is not only going to be for those people that are just starting out, but it's also for those people who've been in the industry for some time and want a refresher, want to learn a different technique, want to learn about a different flower. So we're really going to dive into color theory. We're going to talk about shape. We're going to talk about cohesion. We're going to go into pricing. We're going to talk about how to manage multiple people. There's going to be so many components that we're going to go over. I feel like I just want to give everything and just say it all right now, but I know I want to tantalize you guys a bit, but we have a lot of things that we're coming up with, and I'm super excited because, again, like I said, I had so many people kind of help me out, and I want to be able to be that asset for you guys. So like I said, color theory, we're going to go into pricing. We'll talk about contracts. We're going to talk about how to get your perfect client, how to get those, $10,000 floral budgets, how to get those $50,000 floral budgets, all those things. That's going to be a major component. And then we have a second course, kind of a second section from the all levels. It's going to be our master courses, which I am explosive. I want you guys to be able to, like I said, take away more than just beautiful flowers. I want these photos that you have, I want them to be able to be used on your websites. I want them to be able to have these behind the scenes shots you can share on your Instagram page. I want you to feel confident and empowered that you know what you're doing as a floral designer. I feel like a lot of us stumbled into this career. None of us, are born knowing business. We don't know these things. So you've got to learn this stuff, and you've got to invest in yourself and in your business. So I feel like these master course specifically is really going to dive into the people who've kind of been doing this for some time, but just don't know how to elevate and just don't know how to get to the point where they want to be. So it takes some time, it takes a little bit of perseverance, but I think with the right tools, it's going to help you kind of accelerate a little bit faster. So yeah, we're going to be doing different installations. We're going to be doing different bouquets. I want each of our workshops to be that way able to come to multiple. It's not So again, the ideas are endless right now, and I am more than excited to be working with you guys. I think it's going to be a great year for us.
It is indeed. It is indeed.
Good.
Yeah, I'm just reading all of the comments. Allie, you're my new favorite commenter right now. She says, feeling empowered just listening already. Love.
Oh, good. I love it.
Yeah. Yeah, it is, right? Katie says, stalking now. See, awesome. We brought a whole new gang of stalkers, Sean. Are you excited?
I'm all about it. I like my stalkers, as long as within reason.
I love it. Okay, so if you could be any flower, which flower would you be and why?
You know, I always get asked the question, what's your favorite flower? And if I had to be a flower, I think I would either be autumn clematis, which I just love, or I would be Helleborus magnificent, just because I like the way it sounds, and they're some of my favorite. So I think that would be my flower.
Very cool. I'm still having sound issues. Do you all hear this okay, or is it just me? I'm just wondering. I haven't seen too many people complain, and usually someone will say something, but I'm just curious to see if you guys are having this or if it's just me. So if there's a little bit of delay, Sean, that's why, because I'm like,
okay,
just waiting, making sure I hear you. And we're wrapping up. So I have one last question. If you guys have questions for Sean, maybe we can take a couple minutes and do a few questions if you want. And I do see them here, so go ahead and post them, guys, in the Facebook comments, and I'll take a couple today. Okay?
Yeah, that works.
My last question for you, Sean, though, is can you just tell us something fun about yourself, totally unrelated to flowers?
I'm a huge foodie. That's something about me. I love all good food. So that's what I'm most excited about. These cities that we're going to. Let me know. That's me. Food and flowers.
Yeah. One of my favorite parts too is, getting to try new foods and just be somewhere, even if it's for just a little bit. Because when we go into a city, we're like, bam, bam, done, and I'm always taking late flights home and all of that, trying to get back into real life. The other thing I wanted to talk to, when you were talking about like what you're excited about and what people are going to gain, one of my favorite things about doing these types of things is just being able to get out of your bubble, right? Like stopping real life for just putting it on pause for a couple of days and just taking 2 days for yourself. And that's what I get from it. I love just taking a couple of days to myself and being with a whole different group of people, doing something that I don't typically do. And I do, obviously, I do some other things outside of Mayesh. I do it because I want to give back and because I just like to be out of my bubble and talking to new people and doing new things and just taking a moment for myself. So I think that's just a really great thing for all workshops in general.
And I think that's needed as a creative. We function differently. Like the way we work, the way we process things, it's a different type of brain. So whenever we are doing things just for ourselves and when we have that creative expression just to kind of play around, every now and again, I will go up to my local supermarket and I will just grab some cheap flowers and I'll play around with shapes and I'll play around with color. Like $12 flowers, nothing crazy, because I need to have an outlet, a creative outlet. And I think that these workshops really, they re-inspire, they reinvigorate, they allow you to kind of have this can-do attitude. So I think that's almost a thing, because you hard, and this is a hard industry, and you have a lot of stress on you. So being able to come to a workshop and just kind of like have no worries, you just get to play with flowers, meet people, and have a great time. It's completely beneficial for the creative process.
Yeah, exactly. Awesome. All right. Let's see. Here's a question from Gay, which I can answer. It says, are the classes you're talking about going to be free on Mayesh? So, Gay, to answer that question, we always have our free monthly design videos that we'll be doing with Sean. So we're obviously going to be working on different ideas. So if you guys have ideas that you want to see us do this next year, let us know, because we're starting to plan all of that now. But the workshops themselves, the all levels, and then kind of the master type of class that we're talking about, that'll have a price that goes along with that. That won't be free, but our design videos are always free. So good question, Gay. Thank you for that. I have here, where did it go? Here we go. Oh, how do you say her name? I'm not sure.
Isla? I think it's Isla.
Isla?
Yeah.
I'm awful with that. I can never be the person.
Look, my name is spelled weird, so I go out and I make sure I'm like always saying the right name.
I know, and I have a funny name too. Most people spell my name completely wrong if I have to say it. You know, it's like if you're at Starbucks or wherever and they have to write your name down. Yeah. I'm always like, I always hope that my husband's with me because his name is Brian. It's so much easier than my name. Yeah. Yes. Okay, so Isla says, all the photos on your Instagram are gorgeous. Do you have a best friend photographer following you around? I like that.
That's so funny. So I've been fortunate to work with some pretty awesome photographers. A lot of those are like iPhone photos, and I just like ask people to take me photos of me. Mm-hmm. My good friend Shauna Veasey, she's a good photographer, a friend of mine, and she's actually be working with us doing a lot of some of the photos and some of the videos for this stuff. But she takes some photos for me. But yeah, a lot of it's just like iPhone photos, or if I'm at a photo shoot or something, I'm like, can you just grab a picture of me for my bouquet, or you know, so yeah, just ask a photographer. But no one follows me around. Unless you want to follow me around, you're welcome to. I would love some more behind the scenes photos.
You're just going to have a whole lot of stalkers with cameras now. Good. I got a delay. Yeah, sorry, Sean. Okay.
Oh, you're fine. It's all right. It's probably on my end.
Who knows? Who knows? You never know. It could be there's a big gray cloud over my house. That's what I always think. Like, always seems to be cloudy lately when we do these shows. Okay, another question from Phyllis. She says, how do you deal with customers who want some crazy designs off of Pinterest?
So there's a delay. I want to make sure I'm on. Right. So how do I deal with customers who want some crazy designs off Pinterest? Our first job, and we'll talk about this in our workshops, but our first job as floral designers, we are responsible for managing expectations. We cannot give you what you cannot afford. So what we do in that situation is we just let them know, this is beautiful. We would love to create something like this for you. Because we're working with this investment right here, let's go ahead and look at this route. This still gives the same feeling as this over here, but we're not investing that much money. We're going to be investing this over here. So it could be more of a reasonable cost. So it's all about managing those expectations and making sure your client is extremely happy. And then if you're able to, always give a little bit more, you know, put a little bit, do a little extra something, you know, here and there for them if it's allowed in the investment. But I think it's managing those expectations. Can do cost this to manage expectations and to educate our clients. People think, you know, just because it's greenery, it's going to be cheaper. It's not necessarily the truth. You know, some greenery can cost way more than flowers. So it's our job as the professionals in the industry to let them know this is what's happening. This is what we can do. These are our options, and making them fall in love with it. You want them to fall in love with the design that you're going to show them. So I hope that answered the question. Yeah, manage those expectations.
I love it. Yeah, beautiful answer. Yeah, I love it. I love the interview, Sean. Thank you so much. Do you have any last thoughts? I have one last comment that I want to share, I think, to like close off this, because I feel like
for sure. I'm just very grateful to be working with Mayesh. I'm super excited for this year. I can't wait to meet each and every one of you guys. You guys can head over to my Instagram. I'm going to be sharing some behind the scenes stuff from this. I'll be sharing some comment on part of this. Meet each and every one of you guys, and have an awesome year with Mayesh.
Awesome. Woo! All right, Sean. Let me just share this. Where did it go now? I lost it. Here we go. From Betsy. Wow, what a wonderful personality. So excited to see everything he does. Sharing, humble and kind. Yeah, you are seriously amazing, Sean. We are so blessed to have you as our 2019 Mayesh Design Star. We are so excited. And again, congratulations and cheers. Woo!
Thank you. Thank you so
I need
much.
more people to clap with me. Awesome. Thank you, Sean. And we will be talking soon, and you guys will be seeing a whole lot of Sean next year. So stay tuned, and we'll be sharing all of the great information and details about the workshop tour very soon. We're finalizing it now, so stay tuned, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye, Sean.
Oh.
All right. I think you said bye. Let's try one more time. Maybe I can edit it out. All right. Thank you, Sean, and I'll see you soon. Oh, it's stuck again. I'm having a bad day with all of this. All right, Sean, take care. All right, guys, how amazing is this? I cannot believe, first of all, I can't believe it's already another year. We are announcing our new designer, making plans. We're talking about, 2019. I have people asking about 2020. And again, I talked about it a little bit at the top of the show, but just in case you're joining us now and you want to know, how do I become a Mayesh Design Star? I'd love to do this. Just get on our radar, start getting out there. Send me a message saying you're interested and we can kind of talk about it if you have questions. I'm not sure if we'll do a traditional contest or not next year for 2020, but we'll definitely, we feel good about how this year went, where we just kind of paid really close attention of what's going on. Just make sure you, either use our hashtag or tag us. Let us know if you're going to be doing lives, that type of thing. Just tag us in your posts and things like that, and let us know that you're interested in doing this. You can definitely do that privately, but we definitely want to be in the loop on what you're doing and kind of be in the know. And we will love to share about you as well. So just keep us in the loop. And again, if you're interested, just knock on my door. My virtual door is always open to everyone, right? So awesome. Good. I hope you enjoyed today's show, guys. Lots of great content, as I promised, right? I never promise something and don't deliver. That's something that I pride myself on. And it's just time to wrap up. So if you are new to the show, I hope that you follow us. Make sure you like us on Facebook. Make sure you let Facebook know that you want to be notified. There's a little setting there that will notify you every time we go live or when we post something. And thank you for coming to the show and being a part of it. Without you guys, the show is nothing. We wouldn't be doing it. And every month or every couple of weeks, you guys are showing up. You're engaging with us. You're helping us with our content. You help create the show. So we love you guys. I hope that you're proud of it just as much as I am proud of the show. I feel like this is something that provides so much value, and we want to continue to do that for you guys. So thank you for your help in allowing me to do this. This has been like a dream of mine to do for quite some time. I just didn't know how to do it and didn't have the people. And so now that it's kind of all lined up, it's one of my favorite parts of what I do for Mayesh. So I love you guys. And with that, keep on sending us in your questions. You can send it via our contact form on mayesh.com. You can put them in the comments here on our video replay. You can put it in the comments in the blog post. However you do it, I will get them, I promise, and we will put them in the next show. Don't forget to join me in 2 weeks on the 25th. Tuesday at 10 o'clock a.m. Eastern time, and I will be doing the reviews that I promised. So a bunch of people sent in their Instagram page and Facebook, and I got a couple of websites too. So I'll be doing reviews, quick short reviews of each one. And so I'm hoping that you guys can kind of pick up some tips and tricks on just creating a better page, better experience, and getting more leads and more customers, right? Because that's what it's all about. And with that, we'll also make sure you mark the calendar. I keep on saying, and with that. So hopefully I can edit that out. I don't know if I will or won't. But also mark your calendar for October 9th. That will be our next traditional Mornings with Maya show with Dave and Shelley answering your questions. And now with that, I hope you guys have a rocking day, and I will see you soon. Take care. Bye, guys.